streamer misses hair appointment and blames the salon? Yeah, like I said, my girlfriend brought this up to me. I looked into it a little bit, but it sounds juicy. And also, I guess technically, this is one of my coworkers making a fucky wucky. I want to hear about it. You guys love Brooke? This is my first time watching one of her videos. I want to throw this out there. I need to do this more often when I react to videos. If any creators ever see me react to a video of theirs and they don't want me to do that, just reach out to me. It's like, obviously, like, she's not going to respond to me if I like DM her about reacting to her stuff. But like this goes out to any creator. Like if any creator sees me reacting to their stuff and they don't want that, they want me to take down the videos, just let me know. I don't mind doing that. But this is like reacting to videos on YouTube is unfortunately a little bit of like a ask for forgiveness, not permission type thing. But I just want to let everybody know, like, I'm down. I always tell people in the videos as well, go check out Brooke. The link to the videos are always, or the links to the channels of the people I'm reacting to are always in the description as well. So that's always kind of a caveat with these. I can just keep this recording going. All right, chat, let's do it. Let's do it. Entitled streamer misses her hair appointment and blames the salon. Oh.
Hair adjacent videos. I used to be a hairstylist.
Forgot to turn on the audio.
I haven't been a working hairstylist in quite a few years, but I do have like a hairdresser's algorithm. Because I used to do hair, I get a lot of TikToks and reels and things like that of like hair adjacent content. And some of that is drama in the hair world, which is why I end up covering a lot of it. And that's exactly what happened with this. I got a TikTok of this girl, Lisa, crying in her car because she was gonna get a haircut, but then she didn't get the haircut. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Just went to go get my hair cut. My hair's not cut. And I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
Okay, so first of all, we're vague posting on Maine.
Okay, I didn't even see that video. Okay, you guys are saying it in chat. Unfortunately, influencers are the most entitled people. Ugh. Listen, I probably sound like such a dickhead here, but I don't know if you guys saw, like, she's not even that big of an influencer. Like, it was like right here.
Haircut, but then she didn't get the.
Yeah, like. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, calling her an influencer is a stretch, bro. Like, and I mean this so ungodly, genuinely. I wouldn't even call myself an influencer. You know? I have 100K on TikTok. I would not call myself an influencer. And, like, that level of, like, entitlement is crazy. Now, I got a TLDR version from my girlfriend of, like, what she went through, but I'm ready to hear it from, like, somebody who did the research, obviously. Like, I think my girlfriend watched one TikTok or something and communicated this to me. But, and I kind of just also want to be like, I don't really understand why she made a post out of this. And this is coming from the guy whose content is very, I don't want to say curated, but it's all filmed on a live stream. Like, I do a couple of TikToks here and there of just like talking head, me making a joke or having like a hot take or whatever. But other than that, it's all behind this desk that I make the content mainly. I've never understood, hey, I'm crying about something. Let me take my phone, put it down and record a video of me crying and then watch it and go, yeah, I want to post this for thousands of people to potentially see. And like, I don't know why people do that. Now, I want to give her credit. Maybe she had a bad day, you know, like maybe she had a terrible, terrible day. You know, someone in her life recently died and this was the cracking point. But let's get more context.
I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
Okay, so first of all, we're vague posting on Maine. Second of all, how are you going to leave a 1-star review if you didn't get the haircut? Unless, like, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, maybe she got something else done or something. So let's dig further into it, of course. And third, I was like, what the fuck does LA have to do with this?
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
And you know what? I had my suspicions.
No. No, I'll disagree with her here. As someone who lived in LA for like technically LA 6 months, but California in general 8. It's like the LA slander is honestly not enough. It's really not. LA is a different beast, especially if you're in the like TikTok creator influencer world. I'll stand on business when I say that. That one might have been merited. That might have been the only okay thing that she threw out there, in my opinion.
I saw this video and I was like, I bet you she is a transplant to LA. Listen, I saw this video and I was like, I bet you she's a transplant to LA and is frustrated with the way that like a city works, you know? I've never lived in New York, but I'm aware that if I were to live in New York, there's a different type of like trying to get around than there is in San Diego, you know? And a lot of people move to LA with this like La La Land expectation in their head, and then they get there and it takes an hour to drive 1 mile and they want to fucking like lose their mind. And it's like, well, that's LA. You know,
that's why I don't live there. Genuinely. That's why I'm in Vegas. I just don't fuck with that traffic. That traffic sucks so bad. You waste so much time if you have to drive anywhere because it takes like an hour to get 10 miles. Like that is so ridiculous. And I do understand that aspect, low-key. Chat, can you guys help me if it gets too off out of sync? Let me know.
part of it. So that was my immediate thought with that, like, I love LA offhanded comment. Like, okay, it was either traffic or like someone was like stuck up and rude to you in like a I'm too good for you type of way, which is also very LA. I am from Southern California and I lived in LA for quite a bit of time, so that's where I'm coming from. So someone did call her out in the comments being like, I like the part where you told us what happened, because that was the most like vague posting ass, like posting.
I love when people get super passive aggressive in TikTok comments. It's so good. It's so good. And honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be real. I did not make a video on this or anything like that. People need to do their due diligence when it comes to like just trusting like some random person on the internet saying anything. Like, for example, I think the one that happened recently was this girl made a TikTok being like, oh, like, you know, my shitty roommate is like leaving me hanging to not sign the lease with again. And now I don't know. And I have a crappy landlord who like won't let me sign the lease or whatever. And she made a GoFundMe, got like 5 bands off of it. And then people actually started like coming out and being like, yeah, so she subletted an apartment with somebody who was moving, who the lease was ending in a month. And that person already had plans to live with one of their friends. So like, obviously she's going to dip out. And this person moved here, has a business that is like, I don't even remember what it was, but it's like making crafts, like handmade crafts. Like that's what she does for work. So she doesn't like have pay stubs or like proof of income for the landlord to be like, yeah, sure, bro. Even though you don't make enough money to rent this apartment, I will lease you this apartment. So like, it does seem like some people don't do their due diligence. So I'm kind of glad that somebody in the comments for once was like, hey, so like you just left everything out, bro. She makes cat worry stones. What the fuck is a cat worry stone? Hold on. I'm so sorry. Pause. Somebody explain that to me. I need to know before we continue. What in the fuck is a cat worry stone? A worry stone shaped like a cat? What does that even mean? What the fuck is a worry stone? I know one definition of worry, and it's like, oh, I'm worried that my cat's gonna die. Like, that's what I thought you meant. Cat worry stones both sounds intriguing and kind of dumb. I wouldn't even say intriguing. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how? What is that? It sounds really dumb. It's like a rock, but with a thumb nook in it so you can rub it. What do cats have to do with this? It's a sensory object. Worry stones are like a fidget toy. It's a fidget rock. Hold on, guys, we have to look up what this fucking thing looks like. Okay. And you just hold it and rub your thumb in the middle? Come on, they're cute, I guess. I guess they're kind of cute. Would I pay $30 for this? Absolutely not. But what do I know? I'm a stupid boy. So let's continue.
It on Twitter thing fucking ever. You know how people post on Twitter just trying to get replies now? That's like all of Twitter is someone posting a completely innocuous photo and being like, oh, she thought we wouldn't notice. And then everyone in the replies is like, what are we supposed to notice?
No, dude, that shit pisses me off.
Website.
It's so
anyway,
stupid.
That was what we were getting. We were getting a vague post on Maine. But before I get too into it, let me take a quick second to tell you about today's sponsor. Dudes, finding
Good for you, Queen. We're going to skip this.
Salon.
We're
Thank
gonna
you,
skip
ZocDoc,
that.
for sponsoring this video. Now back to me. So
Get your
of
bag,
course,
Queen.
somebody was like,
Get your bag.
what the fuck happened? So let's go through and find out what happened.
Just went to go get my hair cut.
Hey, girl that was crying is back.
You'd think she'd put a shirt on for this. Because it's camouflage. Because of the camouflage. I'll go on.
To give you a real explanation this time.
Sorry, guys,
the
I'm
reason
also
I
not wearing a
haven't yet
shirt.
Is I just wasn't sure if that was something that was worth it for me, especially now that I know people have seen me crying. And also, it's not a quick explanation, and most of you are going to hear the first part and be like, you're the problem, and then they're going to leave. So to anyone that actually wants to hear what happened and you stick around for like the whole story, this is for you. It's going to be a little long, so buckle up.
I thought she was going to be like, come to my Twitch stream tonight, 5 p.m., like CST. I'm going to reveal the whole thing, but you're also going to have to watch me game for a couple hours first. Like, damn, not y'all be calling me sluts in chat. Hey, Sarby, put a shirt on. I hate you guys. I hate you. I hope you all know that. I hate every single one of you, but especially Soap. Maybe even a little bit Lee. I don't know.
This is for us. I do want to hear what happened. I want to hear the whole story. And when I first watched this, obviously I've seen it. I know to make the video about it because I fucking saw it. I'm not going in blind. Imagine I'm just like, let's see. Let's just
I'm going
hit
in
record
blind.
and see what happens. But I did actually heed this warning. I did think, okay, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. If she's saying the beginning is going to make me immediately not on her side, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and I'll sit through it. I did do that. And I'm going to earnestly do that now. But just know that I have the whole story as I respond.
Essentially, I had this appointment booked about like a month in advance. If you live in LA, I'm sure you know it's not easy to find a hairdresser, and it's not necessarily something that you can just book day of.
I get what she's saying, but I don't really agree with the fact that it's not easy to find a hairdresser in LA. It might not be easy to find a hairdresser that works for you or is like the right hairdresser for you, but it's actually extremely easy to find a hairdresser in LA just because of the fact that there's so many fucking people in LA and so many working hairstylists in LA. So it's actually exceptionally easy to find a hairdresser in LA. It just takes time to find the one that you like, obviously, which I'm sure is semantics and I'm sure that's what she meant, but I would be remiss if I didn't point that out. That's like saying it's hard to find a cinematographer in LA. Like, surely you can find one.
No, that's so facts. There's so many. I mean, everywhere. If you live in a city, there's going to be hairdressers galore. There's going to be, like she said, cinematographers. There's going to be barbers. Like, to say there's a shortage is like, okay, no, there's not. You know, maybe that's just the hairdresser that you really liked and you are picky about it. But that's very different than, oh, there's no hairdressers.
And, you know, I thought I did my research. I thought I found a place that I was, you know, gonna be really excited to go get my hair cut at. One second. The day of the
Well, girl, don't tell us 1 second. Just pause the video. Just press pause really quick. That's just funny to me when people do that. Like when people take a bite of something and then like they start the video.
Okay,
I
I want to watch the video chat. I'm gonna.
Or I
there
put
we
in
go.
the place and it says 11:04 is my ETA. My appointment was at 11. But I know that it's rude to be late, even if it's like just a little bit. And I am really good about not being late, and it makes me really anxious because I had a mom growing up who was late to everything. You know how it is.
Okay. I'm really not trying to pause this every 2 seconds, but that's why you're here. If your ETA is 11:04 and you live in LA or you're getting anywhere across LA, your ETA is likely not going to be 11:04. And not only is that not equating for unexpected traffic, it's also not equating for parking, which is going to be another fucking 10 minutes out.
Dude, she fucking stole the word. I mean, it's her video. Technically, I guess I was planning on stealing the words out of her mouth. But like, literally, this is what I was going to say. I was like, if you've ever been in LA, your ETA is not, you have to add like 10, 15 minutes to it. And on top of that, like the parking thing is so important. Like that's something I think about here in Vegas is like ETA add like 5 minutes and then like an extra 5 minutes for parking. Cause like you just never know what the parking situation is going to be like.
At least. So I'm already calling the salon at this point. If I see that I'm not 15 minutes early or 10 minutes early, like to my arrival, I'm calling the salon and saying, is it okay if I still come? Like I'm worried about my timing or whatever. I'm already stressed if I'm her. To be fair, I'm exceptionally type A, extremely type A to a fault. I have OCPD. Maybe that's my own issue, but just knowing getting around in LA and like parking and everything like that, I'm immediately panicking if I'm getting there not earlier than 11. Like if I'm getting there past 10:50, I'm freaking out. And then what, I don't have time for an iced coffee prior and I'm sitting in a chair getting my hair done without a fucking iced coffee? No. At that point, what's the point of going?
And so I call and she doesn't answer and she calls me back once I'm on the highway. But before I get on the highway, if you live in LA, you know, there's this stupid fucking series of lights to get on the highway, and essentially I was stuck at the light for 5 light cycles. I'm not even kidding. And I did not move maybe a car's length.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That like unexpected traffic that like is expected when you live in, I mean, Southern California in general, but in LA. Also, do other places not have like light cycles before you get on the freeway? Is that not a thing? Because if it's a busy freeway, like, are they not stopping people before you get on the freeway? Like on the on-ramp? Is that not an everywhere thing? I was under the impression that was an everywhere thing, but I've only ever lived here, so I don't know. But that's what I mean. She even says,
yeah, but it's very, I mean, when I was in Minneapolis, like Minneapolis was up there, we had some of those light cycles. It's so much faster and way less like you have to worry about this happening to you than LA. LA is just constantly shit is gonna be like busy. There's always gonna be people driving somewhere in LA. So like those things are very rarely not on. Whereas like when I was in Minneapolis, like it would only turn on during like the peak periods of traffic, which was like for a couple hours in the morning and a couple hours at the end of the day. Also, I will agree though, like if you are bad, and this is coming from someone with pretty bad time management, if you have bad time management, LA is not the place for you to live. Like genuinely, if you are not good at like being early to shit and planning ahead, LA is your worst nightmare. Because no matter what, you will not get to where you're trying to get to unless you always plan on leaving extra early for the thing that you're going to.
like if you live in LA, you know, like, well, girl, you live in LA, so you should know.
And my ETA went up to 11:10. And like, what the fuck am I gonna do in that situation? Be an asshole and cut in front of everyone else like everyone else is doing and then sit in the intersection and get honked at? No.
See, like, why is that right where your brain goes? I don't know if I've told this story on my channel before, but this is actually the biggest in real life rage bait I've ever had in my actual fucking life. When I was 17-ish or something, I worked at a frozen yogurt shop, and of course we would have like a little tip jar at the front, and there was this one time where this woman was paying with cash and she was like 2 nickels short or something, and she realizes this, and as I'm realizing it, I'm a millisecond from going, don't worry about it. Like, it's literally about to come out of my mouth like, oh, don't worry about it, it's like nothing. And instead of me being able to say that, she chimes in and goes, well, I don't want to have to take from your tips. And I was like, you can't.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's crazy. What do you mean I don't want to take from your tips? You're not allowed to do that. Holy shit. I will say that sounds very LA-esque though.
It's not a take a penny, leave a penny. Like, why is that where your brain jumps to? Because then I was like, okay, well, you're paying with card then. On principle, the fact that you just decided you're allowed to steal 10 cents from me, like, I'm not now gonna do you a favor. Like, what the fuck? You're stealing a teenager's tips for your fucking froyo because you don't want to get your card out? What the fuck is wrong with you? So I made her pay with card. Like, no, maybe I'm reaching, but this is kind of giving the same line of thinking, jumping straight to like, oh, well, what am I gonna do? Go through the shoulder illegally and pass everybody like an asshole? What? Why is that where you're going with this? Why isn't it, what am I gonna do? Be 5 more minutes late? Like a normal person? What the fuck? What am I gonna do? Crash into everybody with my car and blow up the entire freeway and then get there on time? But now I'm a fucking asshole? That's my only option. Like, what the hell?
I think this goes back to something that I talk about on this channel a lot. I think some people's problem solving like brain just doesn't work correctly. Like to me, if I'm running 10 minutes late to an appointment, I'm already off. Like if I know that I'm going to be 10 minutes late and I'm in LA, I'm going to tell them like, hey, my ETA says 11:10. I know, like, what's your policy on this? It might even take me longer as I'm looking for parking. Should I just reschedule this? Like, that is the answer to the problem solve here, right? Is like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I messed up. I need to take accountability for the fact that I could not time manage correctly. And how are you going to be able to like work with me, right? Like, I don't want to drive all the way to you if I'm just going to get there and you're going to be like, hey, you don't have enough time for your haircut, you know? So I think that's just something that as I've gotten older and older, like I've realized some people's problem solving brains don't work. Their brain goes to like, to me is like the escalation, which is like, oh, well, I guess I'll just be a bad person and like drive on the side of the road and cut people off. It's like, no, dude, there's other ways to like figure out this issue.
The only option was just to sit there, really. Like, how else am I going to get there? I have to go on the highway. And of course, there's also highway closures. And so she calls me back. My ETA still says 11:10.
See, this is giving I didn't check my ETA beforehand. I checked my ETA like 2 days prior. Are we not all doing this? But especially if you're going to a new place, like that morning, I'm checking to see when I need to leave. And then I'm leaving a little earlier. Like,
Yep, exactly that. Like, listen, I said it. I'm not the most punctual, on time, well figured out person ever. Like, I will never not admit that. But like, I know, hey, I go to a new place. I look up how far away it is, how long it's going to take me to get there with traffic, without traffic. And granted, I live in Vegas, so it's a little bit more predictable. But like, it's just more of a reason of like, if you want to survive in LA, you have to do this. Like, that's why I don't live there. Because I don't think I would survive. I think I hated it. I hated doing that when I was in LA.
be safe. Are we not doing that? Are we just deciding based off miles? Like, how are we deciding when to get in the car then? Like, because any GPS system would have known that there were like road closures or something.
And, I tell her I'm doing my best to get there on time and that, I'm afraid that the ETA might go up a little bit more because the traffic was like really bad. You know, when you're on maps and it says like police reported ahead, are they still there? That happened 4 times too. Like everything that could have happened to stop me from getting there on time did happen. I wish I had gotten in my car a few minutes earlier if I knew that was going to be the case. I thought I had enough time.
It just really is giving like the universe is against me, nothing is my fault syndrome of like, girl, you could like do it's on you to predict those things and like budget time for it. But it's literally just her being like, none of this is my fault. Which, like, yes, but it's your fault for not budging enough time in case you ran into this in fucking LA, where this is normal. Like, nothing you've explained to me. If this was in fucking Vegas, I would be like, oh, yeah, this is really weird. But this is par for the course in LA.
Anyways, she's like, well, we have the 15-minute grace period.
Chat, how's the audio
and
syncing?
I have another client at 12:30, and she's just like explaining it to me, and then she says that they're in a mall. And I didn't know they were in a mall.
That's on you. That's on you. How the fuck are you gonna go to a new place and not know what the parking situation is? How the fuck are you gonna do that? That's baffling to me. And I'm being hard on her because of where this story goes. Like, there are days where you're gonna be late and it just happens. Like, everybody has days where they're late. I'm absolutely insane with like trying to be early all the time and I'm still late sometimes. Like, things happen. Life gets in the way. Sometimes Navy wants to sniff the grass instead of potty for 10 minutes and it makes me late because I have to deal with that. Sometimes I'm just running late and I just get in the car later than I think I'm getting in the car, and then all of a sudden my ETA is later. And sometimes it genuinely is like she's saying, where like every single light is going red and every single thing needs to go in front of you. Every train is passing. Every pedestrian's walking.
It was perfect earlier, but now it's a bit off. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Okay, chat, let me know if this fixes it.
walking at like a snail speed. There are times when literally life is just against you getting there on time. So I totally get that. That is absolutely a real thing and that is valid. And it's not a giant moral failing to be late every once in a while. Like, yes, it's inconsiderate, especially in an appointment where you're getting a service. But my frustration—
Damn, that didn't help. Fuck. Okay, what about now?
Isn't in that this person was late once, it's where the story continues to go, which I will let her finish. But I do want you guys to know why I'm being so harsh is not just that she's late, because everybody's late. That happens. You know, I don't like lateness. I hate lateness, even from especially myself, actually. I a lot of times don't really care if my friends are late or things like that. It's like when I'm late, I'm freaking out. But this like everybody but me is the problem mentality is really annoying as well. Like, oh, and then she tells me they're in a mall. I didn't know they were in a mall. Well, girl, Google's free. Like, but how the fuck did you not know they were in a mall? If you're going to a new place, search that place. Like, what? Were you just gonna get there and like look around? Like, did you have MapQuest printed out? Like, what do you mean?
And so, of course, now that means I have to park my car in a parking garage and like haul ass across the mall.
Where in LA were you not going to have to park your car in a parking garage though to go to a hair salon? It's like almost always, unless it's like in a tiny strip mall or something, like most places in LA, you're gonna have to park in some type of parking garage or like find a residential spot, which is way harder.
I mean, I just don't like, do people not freak out about parking situations the way I freak out about parking situations? Is that unnormal? Because like when I have to go to a new place, the first thing I think of is what is the parking situation? I'm invited to a party at a house I've never been to. What is the parking situation? I'm going to dinner with some friends. What is the parking situation? Like, is that, because like that would have been it for me, is I would have been like, okay, let me, like sometimes too, chat, all you have to do is pull up like I use Apple Maps. All you have to do is pull up the address on Apple Maps and switch it to like, what is it called? Satellite view? Yeah, satellite view, where you can like literally look up like, okay, here's where the business is. Like, where am I? Like, what am I? Sorry, I almost showed you guys my phone and showed you where I live. That would have been really bad. Just be like, hee, this is where I live, guys. Like, but like the point being, like if I looked up a place right now, whether it was in the mall, whether it's in a strip mall, whether it's like in a residential neighborhood, whether it's like on the strip of Vegas, like I can look it up and then get a idea of the parking situation, right? And if you're living in LA, you do have to kind of assume that no matter where you go, unless it's like the burbs, if it's downtown LA or like any poppin' place, like Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, whatever, like you have to assume that A, you're gonna have to pay for parking, B, it's gonna be hard to find parking, so you have to give yourself time for it, and C, like it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive and it's gonna take time. Stop doxing yourself. I'm trying not to. It's tough. Oh, I'm a public transport warrior, so I don't. Okay. All right. God forbid, bro. God forbid I try to be responsible.
So I don't understand why she's not accounting for parking either. I was going to look to see how long
By
she's
the way,
been in
chat,
LA,
can you guys
and
let me
maybe
know
she's,
when
like,
this
new to
audio
LA,
gets
and
out of
that's,
sync,
like,
please?
why
I
this
figured out how to
is
fix
a
it.
frustration, clearly, but her account has since become private.
Oh.
But I downloaded all of these videos.
So that makes it even worse. I'm nervous, but we hang up the call and she's like, just make it here within the 15-minute grace period. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can do that, right?
Also, 15 minutes is a pretty huge grace period for a hairstylist. Like, that's a pretty good chunk of time. I've been a receptionist at like a million different places in my time. And with anything appointment-based, I can't think of a single job I've had where it was a more than 10-minute grace period. I feel like 5 to 10-minute grace period is the norm. Because at the appointment time, like, you're late. If it's at 11 and you're 11:01, you're late. It's not a huge deal probably if you're at 11:01 or whatever. Nobody's sitting there like, I don't think, unless they're, having a really rushed day. But 15 minutes is a very generous grace period.
Okay, here's the only thing I'll say, and this is actually in defense of this person. Assuming that this girl communicated, hey, my ETA says 11:10. I think if we're putting the same responsibility on the girl who's in this video, Cruel Rice, of like knowing LA and knowing that like what she has embarked on is irresponsible of her and she should be more aware of LA traffic. I think we should also say, I'm not saying it's her fault, but I think we should say that the hairdresser was kind of wrong for telling her just to come all the way there and like like make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if this girl said, hey, my ETA says 11:10, and the hairdresser's like, okay, so you didn't know that we were in a mall, like you haven't accounted for parking, and this is LA where you're probably going to get another 10 minutes slapped on this. I think it's just better if you rebook. I think it's better if you just rebook. I think that would have been more responsible of the hairdresser if we're going to say like, hey, this girl needs to be more aware of how LA works. I think we also have to be like, the hairdresser has to be aware of how LA works, you know? Not saying that her reaction giving a 1 star is like merited, or that doing that would have like unmerited it. I think in no way, shape, or form is it merited to give a 1 star based off of anything that we've heard so far. But I think it's important to point that out.
And so I get there, I park my car at 11:12 in the parking garage, because also Amtrak, like there was literally a fucking train that came by.
Wait, it got ahead again? What the fuck? You guys said it was fine. Maybe I've been pausing it too much. Hold on. I'll do the fix. I don't know why it does this, chat. If any good streamers know why the fuck it does this, let me know.
Well, like I'm not making this up, okay? And I park my car in the parking garage, I run in heels, and I'm sick, okay?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now, why the fuck are we leaving the house sick? Why the fuck
I missed that.
are we leaving the house sick and subjecting other people to your fucking germs and diseases? What the fuck are you thinking? This is so annoying. Like, did we not learn from the big disease that I don't even think I'm allowed to say on YouTube because of whatever reason, but you know, the 2021? Like, did we not learn? Did we not fucking learn? Most of us knew. I was under the impression prior to that all of us knew to wash our fucking hands and not go outside when we were sick. I thought we all knew that. I thought it was common knowledge that when you fucking piss and shit, you wash your hands afterwards. I thought we were all doing that. Unbeknownst to me, you guys had to be fucking taught to sing your ABCs after you piss and shit when you wash your hands. That was news to me already. But to still 6 years fucking later be going out when you're sick and being like, and pity me because I had the sniffles and I went outside and now I got stuck in traffic and I'm sick and so it already sucked to be outside. You know what you do when you have an appointment and you wake up and you're sick that day? You fucking cancel the appointment.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Holy shit, bro. That's just disrespectful to the hairdresser. Like, I'm pretty sure if I showed up sick to my haircut appointment, like my hairdresser would be fucking pissed. Jordan might beat my ass, chat. She would be like, fuck you, why would you show up? She got a whole ass kid at home, man. She got a whole ass kid at home. Wait, is the audio still fucked? Dude, I don't understand this. I don't understand why this happens. I don't know, chat. I might have to figure that out off stream. I don't know why.
What are you doing? Do you think that hairstylist wants to get sick? If you're a hairstylist and you don't go and do the people's hair, you know what happens? You don't get paid. That person doesn't get paid now. So if you get them sick, they're losing out on other clients and probably getting other clients sick in the meantime before they find out they're sick. And you're getting other clients sick by going into that establishment and wherever else in the fucking mall. And now there's a super spreader event at the Glendale Galleria and your hairstylist is fucking out her job for a few days or however long it takes her to recover. Like, are we serious? I have no patience for people who go out when they know they're sick. It's such an inconsiderate fucking thing to do. There are people with autoimmune disorders. There are people with all sorts of different things that compromise your autoimmune system. There are people with babies. Like, you can harm somebody so badly or even end somebody forever because, sorry, YouTube's fucking censorship is crazy. That can happen because you went out with a stuffy nose that you didn't think was a big deal because it isn't to you. But it can be to somebody else, or to somebody's newborn, or to somebody's grandmother, or to somebody with a compromised immune system. Fuck you.
And the elevator out of the parking garage doesn't work. I stand there for what feels like 2 minutes, and I'm like, fuck this. And so then I just run across the parking garage, and I call her again when I get out into the mall. It's a stupid fucking outdoor mall with businesses all over the place, ups and downs, turns, and everything. And I'm on the phone with her, like, trying to figure out where she is. So I literally have the timestamps, by the way, okay?
Girl, use your maps. Use your phone. You're making her work for you now to tell you where her fucking
Wait,
salon-
that's crazy. That's so crazy. being like, I don't have the adult skills to figure out where your salon is. Please come and get me. Like, do we know how old this person is? Like, she doesn't look that old, but she also doesn't look like a baby. Has that been mentioned yet, chat? Like, bro, if you're in your 20s, you gotta be able to figure out how to fucking find shit. You know? That's crazy. Like, you could literally just pull it up in your maps and then like do that thing where like your phone shows you which direction you're facing and you're like, okay, I gotta go that way. Like, I don't, that is just, I'm just shocked because like, Chad, you gotta keep in mind, like, she made this video and went, surely I'm in the right here. I can post it to the internet for thousands of people to see. Surely I'm not wrong. Surely I am all good, baby.
On is like, it's just crazy levels of entitlement like seeping through every inch of this video.
And I end up running into there right at 11:15, and she pokes her head out and like says like, Lisa, and I'm like, yeah. And so I swear to God, at the latest, it was 11:16 that I was in her chair, at the very fucking latest, okay? Not that that matters, you would think, but it does.
Why would that not matter? Why would her grace period not matter? It's a 15-minute cutoff.
I think the fact that she just said that shows how entitled she actually is. Like, girl, it doesn't matter if it was 11:15. It doesn't matter if it's 11:10. You're in the wrong. You're showing up late to get your haircut, which takes time, and this person is like they have other appointments. It's like if you showed up to a Google Meet to an hour-long meeting, 15 minutes late, like, you're basically fucking up that person's schedule if you expect them to stay for the entire hour that the meeting needs to take. It's just such an entitled way to go about it. At no point does she go, I fucked up here, I messed up, I was late. It's just, well, it was 11:15, so it wasn't even that bad. Oh.
Minutes, it kind of matters, especially when it's already such a generous like cutoff time.
And so she sits me down in her chair, offers me water, brushes my hair.
What a fucking bitch.
Asks me what I want. I show her the inspo picture. The vibes are like, and like, just not great customer service, right?
Not great customer service, but she took you 16 plus minutes late, which is against her own grace period, was seemingly nice enough to you, you haven't said otherwise, gave you fucking water that she's paying for, and sits you down and is still giving you a consultation. Seems pretty fucking nice to me.
And
all this,
and like, you, like, she at no point is like, vibes are off and I feel bad about it, you know? Like, girl, you made the vibes bad. If I showed up 15 minutes late for my haircut with the gal who's been cutting my hair since I moved here to Vegas a year ago, the vibes would be off. And it would be in her right. I would be doing nothing but apologizing for being a big old idiot chud. If anything, I would come in and be like, I don't want to stress you out. Like, can I just pay the whatever late fee and we'll do this like in your next available appointment, you know? Yeah, this stylist is an absolute saint. That's what I'm saying. Like, this stylist is probably like, this fucking bitch, like, disrespecting my time, can't figure out how to fucking use Google Maps.
after you've been like calling her all morning, being like telling her that you're late and now you're later and now you're later and now where's the salon and now like girl,
like just not great customer service, right? And then she's like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I can cut your hair in an hour 15. And then she says that like she doesn't want to rush it and like do a bad job, which is fair. And then she's like, and that's not fair to my other client at 12:30. I don't know what to say to that. Like,
sorry, you're right. My bad. I was late by 15 minutes and did not adequately budget enough to get there on time and have the allotted time to get my haircut. That's what you fucking say.
I come from Wisconsin. Maybe things are just different here in California.
Come on, girl. You can't be making the Midwest look bad like that, bro. Come on. Where that Midwest nice at? Where that Midwest nice at, bro? What are you talking about? I come from Wisconsin. What you got him with that. Oh, sorry. My bad. Like it. Oh, Lord.
California, which is why I said I love LA, because this would only fucking happen in a city like LA. In Wisconsin, like I said, my mom is late to everything. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's like it should be this way, but I swear to God, people are late for hair appointments all the fucking time. Or even if they're on time, sometimes it goes over and the next person just sits there and waits for a few minutes. And it's like not a fucking big deal, right? And so she says, I'm gonna have you come back tomorrow.
Why the fuck should her next
Wait. She was gonna get her in tomorrow? Bro, do you know how fucking crazy that is? Chat, bring it in. Do you know how fucking crazy that is? To be like, hey, this isn't gonna work out today, but I can get you in tomorrow? Do you know how fucking insane that is? Like that right there is sealing the deal for me. I'm like, girl, she is going above and beyond. Based off of the absolute shit you have given her, she is coming back with her absolute best. And you are complaining about it.
appointment have to be late because you were late and you were past her grace period even. You weren't even just late, you were like a lot late. It's understandable if you were like 5 to 10 minutes late and the hairdresser was like, okay, we can make it work, and then it pushed the next appointment over unbeknownst to the hairstylist, like didn't realize that was gonna happen, oops. But like this expectation that the whole world should stop at the behest of your haircut, because like would you want to wait? Because I have a feeling from this attitude, you'd be pretty fucking pissed if you were sitting there for 20 minutes while she finished up her last haircut. Like, I've never been to Wisconsin. Wisconsin baddies sound off. Is this normal behavior in Wisconsin? You guys just showing up to everything late and just expecting everybody to give you whatever you want? Because people in the comments were like, girl, that is not how we do it there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I was gonna say,
So
I mean,
maybe
I was in Minnesota, which isn't Wisconsin, but it's close enough to where I feel like you have the same like relative cultures and like standards. Like that is not, I don't think anywhere that should fly, you know? Like if you set an appointment, you should be there early. And if you're late, you should be very apologetic and be down to endure the consequences of being late to that. Now, will I say that maybe in Wisconsin or Minnesota, maybe there's hairstylists who like, you know, or maybe there's just a general like vibe that like, oh, it's fine to like push people back. Maybe, but I wouldn't say that that's right or that's like the standard that we should go off of. Like if you're gonna have appointments, the whole point is to stick to the times that you set for those appointments. If you don't do that, what the fuck's the point of the appointment? If you can just be like, yeah, we're just gonna start this one 30 minutes late because this girl showed up 30 minutes late and that's just how we do things here. Like that's the fastest way. Like honestly, if my gal did that to me, I would kind of be a little pissed. You know, especially if she acted like it was normal. I'd be like, that's not normal.
to California pilled, where we get to things on time, apparently, according to this. I love the assertion that like being expected to get to an appointment time is just an exclusively California thing. Like, is it? Like, am I just so California pilled? I can't see behind the smoke and mirrors of time? Like, what the fuck? This is fucking insane. The like being angry that she won't do your hair and rush it. Like, I know she says that's fair, but it doesn't feel like you're actually thinking it's fair. It's like you're saying, oh, that's fair because you know it is, but you don't seem like you actually agree that it is. You know what I mean? Because do you want her to rush your hair? Like, it isn't fair it wouldn't be fair to you if she rushed your hair and didn't do her best, like, and didn't put out her best work. If she doesn't believe that she can do her best work and like do the exact haircut you want in the amount of time that you've given her by being exceptionally late, then I think it's extremely normal for her to say, I'm sorry, you know, let's do another day. And to immediately offer you a new day is very good customer service. Like, what the fuck else should she do?
And my head's down at this point because I know that she's not going to do my hair. Like, I'm getting upset. And so I'm just looking down at my lap like this because I don't want her to see me getting upset. And then she asks, like, oh, are you free tomorrow? And I say no. And then she asks, like, what about any other day this week? Like, weekend, because it was Wednesday. And I said to her, today is my only day off, because it was my only day off. And I was going to make a whole day out of it.
She could have another job. Like, a lot of people who are content creators also have jobs, but it is worth noting that from what she presents online, she is a full-time Twitch streamer. So asserting that this is her only day off is a little bit of crazy work. I know that Twitch streamers have to like keep on their schedule or whatever, but like it's not the same as having.
Yeah, guys, Twitch streamers really do be having to stick on their schedule. Yeah, you know, me as a Twitch streamer, I'm really good at sticking on that schedule. Speaking from experience, Sarby, yeah, dude, there's nobody who's better at sticking to their schedule than me, bro. Don't look at my profile where it says that I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and I've been too lazy to change it. Don't look at that. Don't do it. I actually am curious, though. I kind of want to look at her Twitch real quick. Oh, I'm curious, though. Jump scare. I hate when I open Twitch and it immediately goes to my page. What was it? Cruel Rice or something? Rice? Bam. Oh,
my stream.
Oh my god, that was such a jump scare. How do you get like, oh, view all? There we go. Okay, so this is probably when the drama started. 3 days. 19, 20, 23, 24. Last month. Okay, so she didn't even stream that much last month. I guess she could have deleted VODs, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams last month. So like one stream every 3 to 4 days ish. I mean, I would venture, listen, I don't know anything about her social strategy. This is just me looking very quickly at her. There's no way she's not privated now, right? Oh, no, she isn't. But she's also small on these. Like, maybe her YouTube's like figured out or something. VOD channel. Nope. Also nope. Yeah, there's no way she's doing Twitch full-time, chat. I'm curious how she got 14K followers on Twitch. That's actually crazy with how small her other socials are. I'm putting in the executive decision. I don't think she's a full-time streamer. I don't think she's a full-time streamer based off what I'm seeing. Botting most likely. Here's the thing, y'all. Like, Twitch is a platform, and I'm going to use Kai as an example because I think Kai is a great example of this. Twitch is a platform where one lucky instance can kind of make you look bad. It's like, for example, back in the day, Mr. Beast used to do these like shout outs on YouTube where like you could like sign up for like a shout out or like donate to something for a shout out. And then like they'd pick a random name and you could get a shout out from it. And you would get an insane amount of followers from it. But because of that, you don't actually get people there for your content. And I know this for a fact, actually, because I can use another example. My friend Nate. My friend Nate got one of these. Where is his channel? What the fuck? Oh? Hold on, guys. I'm struggling to. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Here it is, Chad. This is my friend Nate. He got like a shout out from YouTube and gained like 245,000 views, or excuse me, 245,000 subscribers. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, being close with him, his main struggle was like nobody wanted to actually watch his videos. Like, that was a big struggle for him, was like he got those subscribers off of Mr. Beast. And I think Twitch is the same way. Like, that happened to Kai. Like, I don't want to say that this person didn't get the followers legitly. Like, I don't think it's, we're not here to accuse them of like botting or something like that when we have no evidence to that. But that being said, I think it's just important to throw out there, like, unless she has an insanely generous audience, even if she did, based off of her views, like, I don't think she's making enough off of Twitch to do Twitch streams full time. Coming from another streamer and the fact that she lives in LA. Like, there's no way, based off of her numbers and her other socials, she's making enough to be comfortably living in LA full-time streaming. Just throwing that out there. So I think, it might be unfair to throw on the like, well, she's just a full-time streamer that like, doesn't have a job or whatever, and she's like sticking to a schedule of her streaming and there's no way she can make time. I don't think that's the case. That's just me throwing out a claim there that, based off my educated guess, which I would say is pretty educated based off of like being in this, like, I would say that like she's probably doing another job here. So it might be good to, not saying that any of her entitlement is justified, more just saying like, I think it's totally plausible that she's not lying. Like, she has to work a lot to pay for her place in LA. And so therefore she can't make up any other time she had just this day to get her haircut, which is upsetting. It is upsetting, but I think that just goes into further like, hey, if you have one day to get your shit done, like, you got to be early to that shit, Oh, guys, let me mess with the audio here.
A 9 to 5 or like a traditional job where you literally have to show up or your boss will be upset with you or even fire you. Like, being a YouTuber is my full-time job, and I can say that it is a lot easier to work for myself. Even if I'm working more hours, it's way easier to be my own boss than it is to be
Agreed.
under someone else's leadership. It's a huge privilege to be any type of like content creator or anything like that. So to throw the like, this is my only day off in the face of somebody who has to actually stand there and be face to face with customers like all day is a little crazy. And again, I could totally be wrong. Like, she could also have a job on the side. A lot of like streamers and people like that do. That could totally be the case. I just haven't seen anything online that made me think that that was the case, but she could just hide it. That's totally fair. But I do get a little bit of like a come on now when like any type of content creator is like a traditional job, because it's not a traditional job and it is a huge privilege. Like, yeah, there are things that are hard about it and there are unique challenges. Like, when I was working in marketing, I didn't have thousands of people sometimes misrepresenting or misunderstanding what I was saying and have this like need to feel like, no, like, let me explain, and then they don't want to hear what I have to say to explain it, That's kind of something that's frustrating, but like, I signed up for that. If I'm gonna like do an essay essentially and like give you guys all my opinion on a soapbox, then like criticism is part of that. And even if it's unfair criticism or even if it's just being misunderstood, that's just how it is. I could at any moment go get another
I think
job.
it's important to point out, like, even if that's not like that's something that I can surmise, the fact that she's probably not a full-time streamer, because I'm not even a full-time streamer really. I'm a full-time YouTuber that, because I record my videos via streaming, I'm therefore a full-time streamer as well. And like, just because of that experience, I can look at her stuff and be like, oh yeah, no, she's not making anything. But like, like Brooke said, she is presenting herself as a full-time streamer. Like, that is very much like how she's wording what she does, which, to be fair, is what a lot of creators do. Like, Ludwig did that. He was like, yeah, I'm becoming a full-time streamer. It's finally big enough. When really he had gotten fired from his job and he was like, it's just better to say I quit my job to like become a full-time streamer. Like, I want to give her that credit there. That like, she could have a that she probably does have another job, but at the same time, that's how she's presenting herself. So obviously people are going to jump to that conclusion.
Couldn't now because of the fucking job market, but you know what I mean? Like, if I would rather do that and get offline, I could log off, but it is inherently a privilege and like a dream job to do this. So having people be like a little like woe is me about it is like, girl, come on, like, don't pretend that this isn't an actual dream.
Like, if you're a girl, you understand. I was gonna go get my hair cut. It was early in the day, and then I was gonna walk around Pasadena, go get coffee, go shopping. Like, it was gonna be a good day.
I get this. I do totally get this. I completely understand that, like, you have your day planned out and it's gonna be a cute day where, like, I do this a lot if I'm gonna get my nails done or something. It's like, then I'm gonna go do this, then I'm gonna do this. And it's like, you make a little, like, outing day of it or an errand day. And it's like, you kind of have your, like, cutesy little day planned, especially if you like the way that your hair ends up when you get it cut. Then it's like, oh, my hair will be fresh and I'll go out on the town, you know, shop around Pasadena, like she's saying. I completely understand that. And I so get the, like, human frustration of my days not going the way I anticipated my day going, even if it is my fault. Like, there's been times where I've fucked up a fucking appointment or whatever, or gotten an appointment wrong. Like, I thought my appointment was for a different day than it was, and driven somewhere, gotten into the parking lot, and then realized it and been like, fuck, like, my fault, totally. I didn't even interact with the fucking office or whatever, but like, it does throw a wrench in your plans, and that sucks. Like, it doesn't matter whose fault it is, it sucks. It just sucks. It's ass. But like, no one's stopping you from doing the rest of that. Like, salvage the day, you know? It sucks. Be in your feelings for a minute. It's not the hairstylist's fault though. That's the thing. It's very much like misplaced anger. You're so allowed to be frustrated that this was the way your day went, and like have a shitty beginning of your day, and like a frustration of like, dude, everything went wrong. I just couldn't get there on time. And like, even if you feel like it wasn't your fault, even though, but like, sometimes you just want to be in your feelings about it, and that's valid and that's fine. But when that's the case, like, it is nice to sometimes just sit in your car, have a moment, be pissed off, and then watch that TikTok of the guy getting the llama at the GameStop and going like this and playing with it to the employee's face because it's the funniest fucking TikTok in the world.
I have
Shout
no
out to
idea
the
what
guy who
she's
made that
talking about.
TikTok, because every time I think about it, it makes me giggle.
Oh.
This one.
Thank
You're
you.
allowed to like hold items in the store.
So I can, unfortunately, I'm not able to since we have just reached November.
They took it off in November?
So it's because we're in the holiday season now and we can't hold things for people. Since it's kind of the last day, if you want, I can hold this for you, but I can only do it for a week.
Only for a week? All right.
Watch that TikTok, make yourself giggle because it's funny as fuck. Watch any TikTok that tickles your fancy.
Maybe my
Watch family
humor around TikTok is not up to par because I don't be scrolling on it like that, but that was kind of a lame video. Sue me! Sue me!
guy clips in your car, whatever it takes. Get yourself in a little bit of a better mood. Go get that go get that coffee or whatever you were thinking of next, and then shop around, salvage the day, you know? Like, and this is coming from somebody who had to teach myself this. I am queen of the fucking woe is me pity party when I get into a bad mood. When I get into a bad mood, it's very hard for me to pull myself up from my bootstraps effectively and get the fuck out of the bad mood. But you learn little tricks after 30 years of being an angry person. And one of them is finding a really silly, goofy little video or like Family Guy clips or something stupid. Like, how are you gonna be mad when like Stewie's on TV? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think part of it, like, so she's basically saying, like, don't take it too seriously. Just, like, watch a funny TikTok and get over it, which I understand that. I think the core issue here, though, is, like, she doesn't want to sit there and be like, fuck, I did this. You know? She wants to actively blame it on somebody else and then do something that could affect them negatively. And I think that's what we should really be pointing out here is like, okay, girl, so we've heard everything up to this point, and unless there's like some miraculous, like insane thing that this like hairstylist did to you, you're the wrong one here. And like, you should have gotten in that car and been like, I fucked up my own day. Because that's what it was. That's what it was.
And then I don't remember what happened, if there was something else that was exchanged. Like, I'm emotional, you know? And so in my memory, she just says, okay.
It seems like from what she's recounting, the hairstylist might have been like, well, what now? You know what I mean? Like, I've given you a few different options of days or whatever. So like, you're not giving me much to work with here. And at some point you got to go, all right, well, call me if you get an opening then, you know, like, oh, I kind of croaked in the middle of that. Sorry, guys. I had a Red Bull before I filmed and the bubbles are escaping.
Or like, she just says something, like she doesn't really say anything. And so I say, okay, thank you. And I get up and leave, and she doesn't say anything else, and I just immediately start crying because I haven't gotten a haircut, a professional haircut, in over a year, and I just really needed this haircut. Like, my hair isn't bad. Thank you to everyone who was like, oh, you still look cute. It's so bottom heavy. I don't have any layers. Like, this is just my hair if I came out of the womb and like grew it plus some bangs, okay? And then I left a review.
So why? Because you didn't get a service done by their salon, so why'd you leave a review of their salon? Unless it was a situation where, like, you walked in and were, like, accosted or something. Like, what in this interaction was review-worthy? Because you did this to yourself. Like, you're so valid to be in your feelings about the fact that, like, you didn't get to get your hair cut and it sucks, and whether or not it was your fault, it still sucks. Like, it's a bummer. But why are we taking it out on the person who did their best to help you and gave you water and, like, sat with you and did a consultation with you and then tried to make it work on a different day? Like, fuck did she do?
And they responded and then deleted it. And they said that I showed up at 11:20, which is not true because I texted my friend at 11:20 after I had been essentially kicked out and said,
okay, but it might as well have been 11:20. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went through the door at 11:15, 11:16. Okay, but by the time you sat down in the chair, showed her what you needed and like what needed to be done, it was 11:20. You know, like that. You can't be like, oh well, technically they're 4 minutes off, they're 3 minutes. It's all the same, girl. It's all the fucking same, dog.
But I'm crying. Like, I texted them at 11:20 and said, like, I'm not getting my hair cut. So that's the story. And fuck that hair salon. I think that lady needs to work on her customer service. And also, like, I would have tipped her amazingly. I understand that I should have been better about my time management and I could have been there earlier. And you know what? That would have reflected in my tip. And so she didn't get my money, and I'm glad at the end of the day that I didn't get my hair cut by her. But yeah, you ruined my fucking day off.
That's why you cried about it and posted a TikTok about it and made a 1-star review because you don't care. Like, God, sorry, I'm probably a dick for that one, but like, come on, girl. You can't be like, I didn't even care, bro. Yeah, you did. You cared a lot.
I wish I didn't let you, but you did. So fuck you, Strand of Soul in Pasadena. Weird as fuck that you deleted the response to my review too. You're weird.
So, okay, we get super aggressive there at the end. What the fuck? Also, this, like, Karen moment that comes out at the end of, like, oh, and you could have had my money and I would have tipped you, but you don't get my money now. Like, that's such a, like, Karen, like, esque thing to do of, like, holding the, like, I pay you over somebody's head. It's really, like, patronizing and gross, talking down to, like, a customer service employee, and I hate that. She's, like, a licensed professional. She's not a fucking child. You're not better than her. She doesn't need your precious tip money. Like, she knows that she would have gotten paid had she taken you. She didn't have time. She's not scrounging for fucking tips. Like, I hate that attitude of like, well, you don't get my money then. She knows. She knows how it works. Your money's not worth your attitude, probably. It reminds me of when people like throw a fit in the restaurant or something like that and they get kicked out and they're like, oh, I'm never coming back here. You'll never get my business again. And it's like, thank God.
Also, I'm sure the hairstylist didn't even want to do the haircut anymore at that point. Like, if the vibes were off, she's running late, she doesn't want it to like hurt like another client who's gonna be in the seat in a couple of minutes. Like, also, out of all this, y'all, I and maybe this did happen, but it doesn't sound like, you know how some places when you miss an appointment, they'll like charge you a fee for just booking that time and not showing up. Like, it doesn't sound like she did that. And that is such a big W. Like, girl, she is eating the cost because you were irresponsible. She just lost out on all the money that you would have generously tipped her because you showed up late. I don't know. It's just disrespectful. It's just, they're like, the level of disrespect is so unnecessary.
review in question because, like she said, she did post a review. It was, of course, 1 star. And she says, I had really been looking forward to my appointment with Madeline. I was coming from Van Nuys, and unfortunately, the universe threw every delay in my way, immediately just blaming everybody else but herself. I'm not usually late, and I was already anxious, so I called ahead of time and let her know I'd be 10 minutes late, but that my ETA was potentially going up. I communicated clearly and got there as fast as I possibly could. I was informed of the 15-minute grace period and was told that she had another client at 12:30. My appointment was at 11. The elevator for my parking garage didn't work, and so I ran through the mall out of breath and showed up to her chair a minute or two after the grace period had ended. End of story. Your fault. She sat me down in her chair and told me she didn't think an hour and 15 was enough time to give me a haircut. My hair is shoulder length. Okay, pause. As a licensed professional who had to do 40 billion haircuts in my life, why do people think that the length of your hair is like gonna make a difference in how long it takes to cut it? It's the same fucking process. It doesn't matter how long your hair is.
My hair's short as fuck. This shit takes at least an hour. Like, there's not that much. I mean, you guys have seen me with my hair like not cut when it grows out. Like, it's not that different. This is a little bit longer, back's a little bit longer. This isn't faded or anything like that. It takes like an hour to do my hair, like my full haircut, you know, and to do it well. And I'm a stupid dude with short ass hair. Like, girl, honestly, if I'm being real, like an hour and a half, I'm kind of like, wow, damn, like you can cut all that in an hour and a half, bro. Like, I'm trying to remember like how long my last haircut was, but it was damn near close to an hour, you know? And like, I don't have girl hair. I'm just assuming the second that your hair gets down to here, you have to add at least 45 minutes onto that shit. Like that's crazy to me. That's crazy. The oh, my hair's not even that long argument. Like, even I know that, and I'm a stupid boy.
It's to your waist or whether it's a pixie cut. Sometimes those are way longer to do because of the like intricacies. You have thick hair, which is a good thing. Your hair's beautiful, but you have thick hair. And in that, there's a lot of hair. And if you want layers and things like this, I don't know what her inspo pic was, but she's talking about layers. That takes time. And when you get your hair cut, it's typically like wash and then cut and blow dry.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would we ever trust the Twitch streamer who knows nothing about cutting hair over the girl who like does it professionally, gets paid for it? You know, like, why are you the authority piece on like, well, they could have done it, you know? Not Brooke, by the way, the cruel rice girl. Like, oh, like my hair's not even that long. Okay, but you know nothing about cutting hair, bro. Shut the fuck up.
The fuck would it matter that is shoulder length? Why would it matter? Let me know why it would matter. Think it through. Why the fuck would it matter what length it is? If it's the exact same process, why the fuck would it matter if it ends here versus ending here? If you're doing the exact same process all the way through, you're just holding it at a different angle. It drives me crazy when people say that. It drives me fucking crazy. Or like, just 3 layers. That's not a thing.
Yeah, not a thing, guys.
Not a thing. Doesn't make any
Had no idea about that.
Anyway, back to the review because it's not over. Today was my only day off, and I told her I couldn't reschedule. Oftentimes,
This is nice, by the way,
I've
chat.
had to wait for.
It's really nice having somebody else read shit to me, you know? I don't have to read. I just get to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's go, baby. This is how y'all feel? You're welcome, by the way.
Other clients to finish up, and I was taken aback that she was turning me away after all I did to arrive there on time. Oh, but you didn't do that to arrive there on time. You did all of that to arrive there a few minutes after the grace period ended. So, her lack of empathy and humanity shocked me, and I left there sobbing after.
Bro. Her lack of empathy and humanity. What a crazy line to holy copium after you fucking up your own hair appointment to go, where's the humanity? Where's the empathy, bro? I know I do not fucking care about anybody else's time except for my own, and nothing is ever my fault. But where's the humanity? Where's the empathy, chat? Come on. Don't you know I'm entitled to humanity and empathy at all times, even though I don't give it to other people? What the fuck? Come on, man. Actually, let
planning
me
my whole day around this haircut.
fuck with the audio again. Maybe she'll fix herself. I'm guessing it's all fucked up. God, I gotta figure this out.
I was so excited for. I will not be returning. Lack of empathy and humanity is astounding. Words have meaning. Words mean things. This is fucking insane. And to add to this fucking absolute monstrosity of a review, she included a photo of herself crying.
Yo, chat, candidate for a new Bad Luck Brian meme. Like, dude, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all, it's giving insane levels of main character syndrome. It's giving only child for sure. I would put money on that, chat. If we gotta bet the house, I'll fucking double it, you know? Like, this is just, come on, bro. Like, why? Wait, what is this? Do you have stream delay turned on? No, I do not have stream delay turned on. I do not. Add an audio delay to your broadcasting software. I've tried that before. It doesn't work. And it's not all the time. That's the problem. I'm guessing it has something to do with like the frame rate of my video doesn't match the audio rate or something like that. Like maybe the frame rate of my monitor is different than the video frame rate of OBS. It's some complicated issue, chat. I don't think we're gonna solve it here. I really don't. I think there's some. You should ask Kai. Kai had no idea. Like, chat, I tried looking this up briefly, and I didn't deep dive into it. I didn't make any posts anywhere, but genuinely, other people have not experienced this. It really probably is. There's like one setting that I have differently that other people don't, and that's what's fucking it up. I guarantee it, bro.
She included a fucking photo of herself crying to the review. Attached the photo of herself crying. Imagine you're like scrolling through a hair salon that you're like, maybe I want to go to or whatever. And like, you know how when you're looking through review photos, it doesn't have the review attached to the photo. A lot of times it just shows you the photo with no context, except whatever caption people put to it. It's just going to be people being like, oh, highlights, balayage, bob, cute haircut, somebody sobbing. What the fuck happened here? Like, what? Fucking crazy work. So the salon did respond, and they said, "Hi, Lisa. We're sorry to hear you left disappointed. We understand how frustrating unexpected delays can be, especially when you've planned your whole day around an appointment. As discussed when you called, our salon has a 15-minute late policy to ensure we stay on schedule for all guests. By the time you arrived at 11:20 a.m., there was unfortunately not enough time remaining to complete your service with the reference photos and haircut you were requesting without impacting the appointments of other clients who were scheduled after you. We did offer to reschedule your appointment for another day, but we understand that option did not work for your schedule. While we regret that we weren't able to accommodate you, we remain committed to providing quality service while respecting the time of all of our clients. We wish you the best and appreciate your feedback." Bro, the photo for crying is fucking sending me. That's such a funny fucking thing to do. It's honestly camp. If it hadn't been done to like fuck someone over, it is kind of camp. Like,
I think if anything, it's probably a good thing that she posted the photo of her crying, because I think if somebody saw that 1-star review, read it, and then saw the picture attached of this woman crying, they would have been like, yeah, dog, this is like not a good reason to like not go here, you know? If anything, I'm seeing that, I'm laughing, I'm booking an appointment, and when I get there, I'm like, okay, so I saw the review. Like, also, this is probably great marketing for this hair salon. There's no way that they haven't gotten a couple appointments booked where they're just like, yeah, we found you from the crying girl on TikTok.
It's like using yourself as a sticker. You know that? Was it Victoria Monet? That was like, here's some emojis for you guys. New reaction pics just dropped. That's what it's giving.
No, for real. For real. I think we could meme the shit out of that. Like, Bad Luck Brian-esque. I don't remember any of those memes, but it's just like you could just throw that on that meme and I think it'd be the same thing. And she'd low-key deserve it, bro.
I'm gonna start making stickers of myself. Let's start doing that. That's camp. Well, other than the review response that was like very professional, I bet you'd be wondering what the stylist has to say about this. Let me tell you, she did make a response video. So let's take a look at what she had to say.
My hair's
Hi, I'm Madeline, and I am the hairstylist
Oh, T.
that this whole drama is about. So, to give you a little explanation, if you want to go into the full story, you can totally click Lisa's original video, and there's this video and another video where she says fuck my business and fuck me. You can watch that and get the gist, but basically she was more than 15 minutes late to her appointment. I do give a 15-minute grace period. She wanted a very textured, layered haircut. I'm very detailed oriented. I don't like to rush, just like her.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit. The shade has been thrown. God damn. Oh. Oh. Okay, Madeline. I see you with that heat.
Just like her is crazy work. I fucking live. Okay. She said, I don't like to rush, just like her.
I really hold my clients to come on time, and because of that I hold myself accountable and I am on time. I just feel like the door has to swing both ways, and unfortunately this was just me sticking true to my boundaries. Doing hair can be hard, and doing that can be hard. If you're a hairstylist, you completely understand that. I'm really not coming on here to bash Lisa. I genuinely feel very bad for her. Anyone that feels comfortable crying on the internet or posting a bad Google review of them crying, I really feel like there's a deeper issue there beyond a haircut, beyond someone saying no to you. Like, there's a deeper issue that she has to deal with. I truly do.
Y'all, like, listen, I apologize if you're one of those people that post videos of you crying on the internet, but like, it's giving it like fishing for attention. Like, it really does, bro. Like, I've seen it, and like, I think there's like appropriate ways to do that, don't get me wrong. But like, when people are just like crying in my car, I'm just like, what is the goal of this content? You know? What is the goal of this content other than you feel like you don't have attention, and a way that you can get attention is recording yourself crying and posting it on the internet? Like, y'all, from what I know, there is one video of me crying, and I am scared to watch that video back myself, let alone post it on the internet. Would be fucking crazy. Like, I've never understood that. I don't think it's healthy to be like, I'm gonna post videos of me crying on the internet. You know, show us? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think one day when I'm really feeling, you know, silly goofy with it, maybe I'll bring it out. But it's like embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. I don't want people to see that. I don't want to post a video of me like crying in the moment. You know, not that crying should be something that you're ashamed of, but I don't think it should be something that you utilize for views. Call me crazy for that. Call me crazy. I stand by that.
Wish her the best. I just really wanted to make this video to say thank you to all of the people that are sticking up for me and showing me support. I am a hairstylist. I work 6 days a week. I only take Mondays off, and I work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. I don't schedule lunches. That's why I really value my time and I value your time, because it can really throw my whole day off. And I believe in giving you quality work. And if I'm thrown off, your haircut is thrown off and my work isn't as good. So
real quick, Larner, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Sorry, we're kind of in the middle of reading this, but if you guys got a gifted sub from Larner, you better be saying thank you. All right, chat, we have good manners here.
I really try to give my clients the best quality as I could possibly get and be transparent. Like, sometimes we have shit days and people fuck up our coffee order. There's hair in our fucking food. At the end of the day, someone's showing up, doing a job. Just respect one another, you know?
Dude, you guys are saying it in chat, like she's a PR genius. Like, there's no way they didn't get more clients from this, bro. She is, like, don't get me wrong, she's given her side, but I feel like at this point, everybody's probably, like, calling out the bullshit anyways, and she's just like, let me make this video and talk about our values, and surely, like, there's no way that they didn't get bookings from this. Like, shout out Madeline, man. Shout out, Matt. This might, low-key chat, this might be the best thing that ever happened to Madeline. All it cost her was one-star review with a picture of a girl crying. Shit, she should say thank you to Cruel Rice.
I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you.
And I would be remiss if I ended this video without showing you some of Madeline's work. She is a super talented hairstylist.
Oh, bro. Oh, my God. Yeah. Like,
and at the end of the day, I think this is just a thing that Lisa's going to learn from. And I hope that
there's no way she's not booked out like 3 months, bro. There's no way she's not booked out 3 months.
it just makes her a better person, and she can look back and be embarrassed about it later. I don't know how young she is, and I don't mean to be patronizing if she's not much younger than me. She just looks younger than me, and I mean that as a compliment. I'm 30, so, but in a way where I mean this very earnestly and non-patronizing and more as like a big sister. Just take this as a lesson to do better next time and be much more patient and kinder with the people around you. And next time things go wrong, don't jump straight to blaming others. Instead, sometimes even if it sucks, you do have to blame yourself and just sit in that, even though it fucking sucks. And don't cry on TikTok. Unless it's for a bit, in which case it can be really funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it right there. For more,
so and like I think that's the crowning piece of it is like at the end of the day, she didn't do anything abysmal. She did something very out of touch that's like fun to react to and point out and be like, that's fucking crazy. At the end of the day, she didn't do anything that she couldn't dial back and like come back from. What I will say, Chad, if you guys remember from the beginning of the video, she is privated now. Like, this girl is private on TikTok. I wonder if I can pull it up.
So I'll show you what I'm talking, because she was gonna get a haircut, but then she didn't get the haircut. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Just went.
Okay, wait, where is it, bro?
On Maine. Maybe she is out. I'm in San Diego.
It was here. There was like there was a part like at the beginning where you could see that she's on private.
She didn't.
Oh yeah, right here. Oh no. Oh, it was later. It was later. There's a part where you saw she was private. Like, I think you see this like level of people being like, damn, like you fucked up. Just make a video and it's something not that serious. Like, not that you shouldn't be an entitled person. Not that you shouldn't like blame the universe for all your shortcomings or excuse me, not that you shouldn't be called out for blaming the universe for all your shortcomings. But like when you do get called out by people and you're so clearly in the wrong and so many people are saying that, like, you could just make like a little TikTok that's like, I fucked up. Like, there's no private TikToks. Like, she could just make a instead of going private, she could have just made a TikTok that was like, clearly there's some self-reflection here. I'm going to go do that. Sorry. I'm going to delete my 1 star. Like, that's all she has to do. You know, it's a little bit like BAM, Bricks and Minifigs. Like, further diving deep, where if they just went, okay, we're going to do an investigation and we're going to reimburse Brian for his Legos at the real value that we owe him. Like, then people aren't going to dogpile.